as big as we've had in quite some time. Kansas City will receive the second half kickoff after deferring at the top. As they ended the first half with the score, Tampa Bay 21, Kansas City 6. Coming up next is the Buccaneers halftime report. Plus, stay tuned for the biggest performance of the year, the Pepsi Super Bowl 55 halftime show, featuring The Weeknd. Grab and scan your Pepsi for unprecedented access to the action. Well, the high-flying Chiefs have been grounded here in Tampa. Gronkowski finds the end zone a couple of times. Brown right before the half, and Brady's doing his thing. Welcome back. Let me just turn it down a little bit. Yes, Gronk indeed. I was definitely wrong about the tight ends. Gronkowski has been stealing the show. That is for sure. I was like, let me get a little royalty-free music going here again. I don't want to get sued. I was like, we're a pretty happening channel. I was like, I'd hate for the big corporations to come after me. Looking at you, Google. I'm sure they're watching. They're probably like, who's this up-and-comer? But copyright-free music anyways. Welcome to the stream. I see we had 3. We lost 1, so we're down to 2. But 2 is all we need. All right, royalty free. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna give it like, I just dropped the link with some people. What time is it? We'll give it till 6:20 and then we'll get on to the halftime report. We've got a lot to talk about, clearly. You saw it, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break it down, chop it up, grind it up, season it, put it in a taco, lettuce, tomato, cheese. However you take a taco. Thank you for dropping a like. All right, we're gonna give it one more minute. You can kind of see the reflection of our TV in the corner. I was like, I don't own that content, but I don't think you could really make it out, so I think we're good. Yes, I did. I think Tony Romo was saying the same thing. Gronk's just too big. So I guess Gronk's just been holding out for most of the season to get warmed up for the Super Bowl. He could. I was like, we know the Chiefs. We know the Chiefs are liable to really score a bunch of points at any time. So this game's far from over. Okay. On that note, it's 6:20. So let's get on to the halftime report. Like I said, you came to the right place. You don't need to go to anywhere else for coverage. I know you're watching the game. There's a halftime report. I'm watching it right now on CBS, but I'm not listening to them. Neither should you. They're not going to tell you anything important. There's 5 guys at a desk. 5, yeah. What are they going to say? But anyways, let's get on with it. So my halftime thoughts. I got my journal here for y'all. And my first thought is, why is Russell Wilson in the booth? In the press booth with Roger Goodell. That was my first thought. Can you say like clingy much? It's like Well, he did hold out for a year. This could be ultimate AFCJ. Who held out for a year? I'm going to type that out. I'm a little slow, but bear with me. But anyway, my first thought was, what is Russell Wilson doing there? I was like, dude, you didn't make it a Super Bowl. I was like, dude, breathe the room. Nobody wants you there. It's just a little weird that he's there. I mean, he's welcome. I was like, I know he was like the player of the year. Like, he does a lot of nice things. But what? It's like, dude, like, just wait till like the preseason. That's my first thought. But second thought, and I like Russell Wilson, but I don't know why he's there. Next halftime thought, Rob Gronkowski. I think he has 2 touchdowns at this point. I've been in and out. I had to walk my dog, to walk Ellie at some point. But I think he has 2 touchdowns. I know he has at least 5 catches. He has been killing it. As Joel Kriner said, my dad in the comments, Kansas City is just too small to defend him, it seems. That's what Tony Romo said, I believe, as well on the broadcast. Other thoughts, Tyreek Hill, who had a big game in the regular season versus Tampa Bay, has been practically invisible. I did see him catch 1 pass for negative yardage, but that's not exactly a positive. All right, next up, the winners and losers of the first half, in my opinion. Winners, Antonio Brown. So when I did the first live stream, I completely forgot that he's back in the NFL and playing for the Buccaneers. But yeah, he's in the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know if that's best for his personal mental health, but that's none of my business. He's a grown adult, and yeah, he's playing for the Bucs and got a touchdown. So that's good for him, I think. It might go to his head. We'll see. I was like, I don't know if anyone really checks in on him often, but either way, the winner tonight. And one obviously is Gronkowski, Gronk Smash, who's been killing it. I see we're back up to 3 people viewing the stream. Welcome. I was like, you're going to be glad you're here. This is the official Kriner Scoop halftime report. Basically, our mission here is very simple. We're just here to be your primary source for all things. Basically, I want to be the Walmart, Amazon, and Best Buy of sports coverage. So, welcome. Anyways, losers from the first half. I put the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick because I'm not going to lie, I was always on the camp that it was Bill Belichick that made Brady, but it seems to be the other way around because the Patriots really stunk this year, and Brady is making a fool in the Super Bowl, at least in the first half, of the Chiefs, which has been a crazy good team all year. So, yeah, loser Bill Belichick because maybe his shit does stink. And that's my take. But anyways, all right, we got a hot take in the comments here. Joel Kriner says, Kansas City needs a punter. And I'm slightly familiar with what you're talking about. I know the announcers were I think there was a botched punt, and then he got to re-kick. What was I doing? I don't know. I was distracted, but let me know what happened because I kind of missed that. But anyways, let's see what's going on with my predictions. I think we got a little bit of time before the halftime show. Or maybe it's starting right now. I don't know. We can watch both. We are the halftime show. Okay, so first predictions. Well, at least Rob Gronkowski versus Travis Kelce. I was definitely wrong in that regard. Okay, the halftime show is going on. So I was like, I'll at least turn off my music. So if you want to listen to the halftime show, you can listen to it and still listen to me, and I'm not going to get sued because, I'm getting pretty big. That's what we'll do. But anyways, yeah, so I was wrong about the tight ends. Gronkowski definitely has more catches than Travis Kelce so far. So I apologize about that. And I now see about the punter. He had 2 botched punts. So I see why they were talking about it so much. I was like, yeah, they definitely need a punter. Doesn't he have like a mullet? I think I saw someone was like holding the ball. He had very long hair. Definitely some flow. Let me know. Keep you posted. But yeah, let's see. First touchdown of the game, I said Cameron Brate, and it was Rob Gronkowski, not Cameron Brate. I did say I almost picked him, so that almost counts as a win for me. I was really excited because I thought it was Cameron Brate. Okay, so he does have a big-time mullet. We're talking about the same guy, I see. So yes, Kansas City punter has a mullet, not a good punter. That's the storyline for the first half. Let's see. Super Bowl MVP, I predicted it'd be someone on the Buccaneers defense. I don't know if that's holding up. No one on the Buccaneers really do anything crazy good. The Buccaneers offense is scoring a lot of points. I guess Gronk right now might be the MVP. Either Brady or Gronk, as lame as that is. I don't know. Who do you think should be the MVP? I'm going to say it might end up being Gronk, which could be kind of funny. But first interception, I said Daniel Sorensen, and it wasn't. I think it was, what's his face? The Honey Badger. What is his name? Tyrann Mathieu. He had the first interception. I think he had 2 he had 1 or 2. One got called back because of a penalty. And there were a few of those on the Chiefs side, so they need to watch that. Also, I predicted most touchdowns would be Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I don't think he has any. And the first sack, I predicted Ndamukong Suh, and I haven't been keeping up with that at all. So that stat's just lost to history in my book. But I did say take the over in this game, and I still feel pretty good about that because I think the Chiefs will score a lot of points in the second half. So the Bucs will score a few more as well. And I picked the Bucs to win. I will say the only prediction that really matters, I'm doing pretty well with so far. Okay, so my dad's saying no sacks so far. So that's interesting. So I could still be right about old Ndamukong Suh. But that's all I got. A note I made is I started watching 4 Minutes In because I had to rescan my antenna for the local channel. So I missed the first 4 minutes of the game. So I don't have anything to say about it. Best commercials. I don't know. What were our favorite commercials? Leia, which one did you like? Me neither. I don't know what my favorite one was either.
There have been a lot of oddball commercials.
Yeah.
As there always is.
I was like, I feel like they've mostly been pretty good, but nothing's really stood out yet. That's actually the Bud Light spokesman reunion. That's like what popped up in my head first. It was definitely memorable. It wasn't really funny, but it was iconic, I will say, to see them all together. So that is a good one. I'm trying to think of like new ones that really blew me away, but there was kind of some touching ones. But
yeah, I was like, Indeed decided to go Indeed.
Yeah, Indeed was a deep one. Is that the weekend?
Yes.
I'm watching the halftime show. Why are there masked men running around? I don't know. I saw a little snippet of that while I was talking, and they were like in a corridor. That's what the people want, you know? People running into each other in a crowded corridor. It's very mainstream. So is Miley Cyrus in the halftime show? Or did I just make that up in my head?
You might have made it up. This is the weekend.
Is it just the weekend?
I mean, that's what they were calling it in the commercials.
For some reason, I thought Miley Cyrus was in the halftime show.
She might be, but
I mean, I'm not complaining. I like the weekend. It's got some nice shoes on. That whole outfit's pretty iconic, actually. But while he's doing that, I guess I can go on with my predictions for the rest of this game. Okay, I don't know why I'm opening this. I didn't write anything down for predictions. But I did think about doing this. My first prediction is if Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl, which I still predict he will. So I guess that's my first prediction. They're going to win. Is that the New England Patriots will never recover with Bill Belichick under as their coach. He's not as good as we thought he was. And I really thought he was great. I mean, he is great. He is a really good coach, but that's just a prediction I have. Next prediction, Travis Kelce. I don't really have a prediction for him. He might catch a touchdown, he might not, but I don't really feel good enough either way to predict it. But Le'Veon Bell, he's going to get in on the action because he's a legend. You know, he's a veteran. He knows what needs to be done. I think Le'Veon Bell's he's going to get a touchdown in the second half. That's my bold prediction. The second half, lock it in. I think pretty much all of my predictions so far have been wrong, except for the main one, which is I think that the Bucs are going to win. Oh, there's the masked men on the field again. What's the verdict on the halftime show so far? It looks cool. Well, that's all I have for this halftime report, I think. I'm going to leave it running for a few more minutes in case I think of anything. But yeah, I think Buccaneers got this in the bag. Welcome back to the stream, or welcome to the stream. We've got 3 people here again. Feel free to comment your thoughts on the first half. What do you think is going to happen in the second half? What's your bold prediction? Yeah, I could see that. What are your thoughts on the halftime show or the commercials? No, I think the second half should be fun as well. Should definitely. I mean, the first half was pretty good. It was kind of one sided with the Buccaneers. Just to do a quick recap. Gronk scored 2 touchdowns. Brady's looking good. Mahomes is looking decent. But the Buccaneers defense is playing really well. Buccaneers are up 21-6. Chiefs have only scored by 2 field goals, and their punter can't punt. So yeah, it's definitely looking like the Bucs are going to win. But it's a long game, and the Chiefs have a habit, I would say. I remember last year when they played the Texans in the playoffs, they were down big. They came back, and I feel like they've done that a few times. Yeah, I guess the halftime show's over now, isn't it? I kind of liked it. It wasn't too much. It wasn't. It was just a lot of dancing and people having a good time. I was kind of in and out, but I don't know how it ended. I've definitely seen worse. I will say my favorite halftime show of all times was what was it? Bruno Mars and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think they did it together. That was a good halftime show. All right. On that note, we're gonna hop off. But thank you for joining us again. I was like, we'll see how these predictions. I mean, they're on the channel now. They're a part of history. So we'll see how they do. But thank you for joining us. I'll definitely try and do more streams in the future. It's pretty easy, actually. But yes. Adios, amigos. Well, I mean, if y'all want to stay, I'll stay. I mean, no one else is leaving. I just don't have a lot to say. All right, I'm leaving this time.